this video, let's take a closer look at this Tiger Shark gunship. And I've finally taken the time to load it up and see how it looks with all the ARC troopers. And I'm really happy with how this turned out. So I'm pretty sure, as for the blue ARC troopers there, I have 9 of them in there. Yeah, 9 of them. Then Captain Fordo. And there's a few of the heavy gunners that we saw in the beginning of Volume 2. And of course 2 pilots. So this pilot in the front here, it didn't really dawn on me till recently that he's probably the pilot that's meant to go with this particular gunship, with the similar color scheme. So happy to have that. Not too sure how many figures you can fit into this, but I imagine it's quite a few. Probably even more than what we see right here. But I'm really liking this gunship. I'm starting to think that the Republic gunships are some of the best vehicles that Hasbro's ever made. There's a lot you can do with it. It wouldn't seem like there would be, but it turns out there is. Especially if you have a large clone trooper collection. I will say one thing I like about this one over the Clone Wars one I have is you can actually see the pilots inside the cockpit there. The other one is too dark to really see them. And also in the unboxing video I mentioned how on the doors here you're able to put the missiles. And I took the time to figure out how to do that. And it looks really nice. So for the other gunship, I'll probably take the time to rearrange some of those missiles and maybe do it right. I have to go through and find those. And I also have the 2 turrets that came with the clone pilots on the other gunship. Might get 2 more for this one at some point, but I think it looks fine as is. So most of the ARC troopers I have just facing this side. Let's see how they look here. And they're packed in there well enough to where I can move this around freely and nothing's really falling over or falling out. The heavy gunner there, I've had that for 14 years now at this point. It's a really nice action figure. I do have a lot of the older ARC troopers as well, but I will say that I think these newer ones look really nice with this. And once I get Blitz, I do plan on doing an ARC trooper video. I think I have pretty much all of them at this point. Do have one ARC trooper crouched down with a rocket launcher. And that's actually one of the Clone Wars ones, and it fits pretty good in his hand. I would argue it actually fits better in his hands than the animated Clone Wars figures. So one thing I will mention that I've always been curious about is in the very back of the gunships there, the sculpting work in them leads you to believe that there's something you'd be able to put in there. So you can see by some of those latches and some of those gaps in there, it makes you wonder if you can put any weapons lockers or if it's meant for anything in particular. I'm not too sure, and I've never really seen anybody do anything with those. As for the back, at least for this one, the tail gun is not bent. My other one it is, and I'm pretty sure it was always like that from the time I got it. Haven't bothered to mess with these so much. Grappling hooks. We'll say this right wing here can be a little lopsided, and it doesn't stay completely flush with the rest of the gunship. I imagine that's just the one with the sample I have. Let's see here. Screws that the holes on the side blend in much better than some of the other gunships. That blue really hides it. And interesting thing I'll note, and I'll show this with the other gunship, is these stands here, they fit really good right there. So if you have any action figures in there, you can put them on a stand, one of these ones, and they should work. And at some point soon, I will be planning to do a video on the various stands that customizers have made, and also some of the Hasbro offerings from over the years. It's been a lot of years since Hasbro's really done any stands. They've done a couple for the Black Series every now and then, but it's never really seemed to take off. Similar to the canopy there, I like how these turrets here are translucent. See the details on the inside. But yeah, I'm really happy to own this. I can see why a lot of people are after it. I think this is easily going to go down as the best action figure related purchase I've made for the year. So next video I plan on showing off the other gunship, the small display I've made for that. And then at some point I'll set up both of them together and we'll see how they look. So stay tuned for that. And if you haven't already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate your support. Hope you enjoyed the video. And check out some of the links in the description as well, if you haven't done so already. And as always, thanks for watching.